Hello everybody! So, this is Live Tuesday. How are you everybody? I would love to hear about it. It's been almost a week since I got live here, so I would love to hear how things with you. So, today we're going to dive in. You know those days that you don't know if you want to get up from bed. If you maybe don't feel like it to work today, maybe I will postpone it for tomorrow, or maybe I just go ahead and watch one more episode today, and then I will start working, and then it's another episode, and you're sitting on a couch, nothing gets done. So I know those days. I'm definitely familiar with those days, and I see people coming in. Hello everybody, would love to hear your comments below. Say hi. So sometimes, hey, I'm sorry, sometimes I will look in the paper because I want to go with you the whole process today, because we're getting on the vision and how can it help you to be more productive by doing so. Because those days that you don't feel like it, those days that you're sitting up on Netflix on the couch and you don't have the passion, you don't feel fulfilled, those are days that you're not focused, because when we have the lack of vision, we have the lack of planning. And therefore, we're not productive. And we keep on delaying on things and procrastinate on things. Yeah, sometimes it's fear, but most of the time when we don't have the plan, we tend to procrastinate. So, where do I go with that? For example, think about it this way. When you don't have the roadmap, how can you get to the place you want to? Let's say, imagine you're getting inside your car. Now, you're getting inside your car, you turn up the engine and you start driving. You're driving, and you keep on driving. Now, where are you driving for? You don't know, because you didn't plan where are you going to, so you're just driving. Yeah, you will get to some place, maybe the gas will run out and you will stuck in the middle of the road, or maybe you will just hit a place and it's not the place that you want to be. So that's the lack of planning, that's the lack of vision, and that's why we're not productive when we don't have the plan. Think about it this way. For example, another example I love to use is, imagine yourself getting inside the airport. You're going on the front desk and you say to the receptionist, "Hey, I would like to purchase a ticket. Where do you want to fly?" I don't know, the first plane that goes. You go on the first plane that goes, and then you hit the place that you hate the most. Why is that? Because that was the lack of planning. And then you miss some clothes, you don't have the wallet on you, you're going crazy, nothing goes well, because you didn't plan, so you get to the wrong place that you want to get ahead. So that's why when we have the lack of vision, we have the lack of planning, we are not productive as we want to be, and therefore we also procrastinate for days, and it could be for months and sometimes even years. And you know what? I've been in those places. I've been in those places when I procrastinate for years because of lack of planning. A lot of time I thought it was fears. So sometimes I thought, hey, I'm afraid of that. Maybe I will do it next time or something like that. I will push a day ahead, and years go by. And that's because I didn't have the plan in front of me. And you know what? Let me share with you something. I didn't actually plan to share it with you guys, but I really want you to get that concept of lack of planning and vision. And as you know, I am planning a new masterclass that's going to be up very, very soon. So basically, when I started now to plan everything, and I didn't plan right, I didn't got a few things that I thought I didn't need it, and I put it aside, and I didn't plan that. And then I got stuck. I got stuck for a few days. I didn't understand what is going on, why things not progressing. And then it hit me. Hey, it's not a fear here. I start digging in. I start to see what is going on. I even talked with a friend, an NLP friend, and we tried to go deep down. And then I understood, hey, it's not a fear. what happened here is lack of planning. I didn't plan the whole thing, so therefore I procrastinate, therefore I didn't be productive. Does that make any sense? I would love to hear if everything that I talk until now it makes sense. Because if it's not, I would love to know about it. And so comment below if it makes sense. Write down below, and if you watch the replay, just hashtag replay that I know it makes sense to you. Anyway, that was the lack of planning there. When we don't have the vision, the big vision, we tend to procrastinate and not be productive during our day. And we tend to say, oh, maybe I will wake up in 10 more minutes, maybe 13 minutes, maybe an hour later, or maybe I will just watch another episode and another movie, and a day go by, and a week go by, and a month go by, and a year go by, just like that. We are closing into 2020 because 2019 almost up, so that's the time for the new year resolution, if you will, to get that plan that you will get 2020 the best way you can, even before we go there. That way you know what are you going to do and be productive as hell, because this is the time to rise up and not sitting at the same old place. Are you ready for it? So how can you start actually doing that? How can you start building that vision? Because sometimes it can be overwhelming. Especially when you hear a lot of people say, build your vision, build it 20 years from now, build it 15 years from now. That's great, that's awesome. Yeah, you have to plan it up ahead, and I see more people coming in. Hey Marta. Like I said, I have an ADHD, so sometimes when I connect with you guys, I lose track a bit. So get back here. Okay, so like I said, a lot of times when mentor says, okay, 20 years planning, and that can be very overwhelming. You start to write the 20 years planning, and then it's look like, how can I get to that? Whoa, it's up there. It's like, it's really up there, and you don't know how to get to there, and then bam, again procrastinate. And you said, how can we actually do it that it won't be overwhelming and you will have that plan in front of you, especially for the 2020 that coming in right now. So let's start with building the vision. Yeah, 10 years ahead. I know that's a lot, but stay with me here. I know it can be overwhelming, but you start with 10 years. Why 10 years? Because then you actually perceive what exactly where you want to be, and it could change. During the years, it could change, but you have the structure. Awesome. Now, you don't stay with the 10 years, because if you stay with the 10 years, you will have overwhelming. Marta said, little goals by little goals. Exactly. I love what you're saying. I get to it in a few minutes. So what happening is when we put up the goals 10 years, it could be overwhelming. So yeah, first of all, put it 10 years. Awesome. Now don't get overwhelmed. Don't say, whoa, that's too much. I don't know how can I get there. Do it slowly and surely. So after you got the 10 years, you go down 5 years. Now you have 5 years, it looks a bit more realistic, but you don't stay there. If you stay there, it still can be very overwhelming, and how can I get here? So you take it even downer. So now it's time for a year. You do, remember, 10, 5, a year. And now you have that plan for 10 years, because you start from the end. Why you start from the end? Because you want to know exactly where you see yourself, and then you can take it downwards and know what is the resource you need. How can you get to that goal little by little, goal by goal, like Marta says here. So you take it step by step. Remember, you don't climb the mountain with one jump. You do it one climb after another. You take it one step at a time. If you try to do it in one leap, you won't succeed. You will just feel frustrated, you feel that nothing moves, and you feel that you're stuck at the same place and you don't get to the mountain. Of course you don't get to the mountain because you can't jump from here to here. You got to do it one thing at a time. So after you have the 10, 5, year, and then month. Just 1 month, not 12 months, because you have the plan for the year, what exactly you want to get in that year, but you do it on monthly basis. And you know what I shared with you before, that was funny, is I procrastinated on the masterclass because I had the lack of planning, because I didn't even notice that. That is the funny part. And I teach that to my students, and I was like, damn, I teach that things. How didn't know that? How did I not notice that? So that's exactly when you are feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling that you procrastinate, you're feeling frustrated, it's time to get it to the next level. It's time to get to actually have the plan and not procrastinate anymore. So if you feel again overwhelmed after you've done even a monthly goal and you see that nothing works, go again, see what didn't work, what works, and how can you tweak it a bit more. Does that make any sense? If it does, I would love to hear about it, so comment below, makes sense. Or if you watch the replay, just hashtag replay, that I know it makes sense to you. So let's start small and then widen it up. So what is the goal for this week? Let's start with this week. What is your goal that you're going to get no matter what? And a little hint, build the vision. So it's build a vision. Write down if you're going to do the vision first. This week you're going to get it. I would love to hear about it. Let's make that commitment together, because if you shout it out loud, that means you're serious. That means you're going up. Now you commit in front of other people's and not just to yourself. And when we commit to other people's, statistically proven and neurologically, we are kind of programmed to go for it and to get to that goal by 80% more. And I kid you not, 80% more, that's statistically proven. So, are you going to build that vision? If so, just comment below vision, that I know that you're going to do that and you're going to rock it. So, I would love to hear it. Are you going to do the vision? If so, again, comment below. Let's get it together. Let's be accountable. Let's rise up all together. And what is the goal for your next week? Let's see. Marta says, my goal was to move out, and guess what? I moved out. Awesome. Love it. So that's how you do it. Goal by goal. Step by step. Not a huge one. And if you don't write it down and if it's not in front of you, the goal will never get there, right? So when you write it down, when you have it in front of you, then you got it. And Marshall says here, vision, love it. That means you took the next step. Now you're serious. That means you're on it. You're on fire. So do that vision, build that vision. Remember, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, and month. This month. Not all 12 months, just 1 month. If you try to build up 12 months, again, you will get overwhelmed. So 10 years, 5 years, year, and a month. So I would love to hear how this vision, building the vision, going up for you. Comment below how it's going on. If you have any questions on that, just comment below. I'm here for you guys. So again, have an amazing and productive day, and I really appreciate you for taking those steps, actually going through that and commit with that, and actually write it down below. So that's amazing. Way to go. I really want to congratulate you, and I really appreciate you for being here and invest your time with me today. And I will see you next time. That was live on my group. And if you're watching on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button to never miss out an episode. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, that I know that you want more content of it. And I will see you next time. Again, have an amazing and productive day.